Morning, wonderful people, great revolutionaries wherever you are around the world, and of course the indomitable IPOB family that have now been unleashed all over the world to make sure we support, we encourage, and we drive our young people over the finish line. We are witnessing history in our time, in this age, that a revolution for the first time in taking place in Black Africa. It has never happened before in the history of man. It is with particular pleasure, delight, and honor, a sense of pride, a sense of joy and patriotism, I must add, that we bring you this very program this morning, afternoon or night, depending on where you are. And because this broadcast is going out to the entirety of humanity, because this very platform is here to infuse, to energize, to encourage, and to support our young people who are doing the unthinkable. What they are doing is unthinkable. I must say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. The whole world is listening to us. People all over the world are listening to us, and we have come that Elohim may bear us witness. We have prayed earlier, but I will say a very little prayer, the prayer that Yahweh taught us to pray. I have been feeling a bit under the weather for the past few days. If there is any interruption due to a chesty cough, please do forgive me. Do forgive me, please, I beg of you. They said there ought to be a bed rest, but I do not think there is any need for that. I will keep broadcasting until I break down if need be. I will keep broadcasting until I break down if need be. I welcome each and every one of you. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, the largest mass movement on the face of this very earth bar none. Hardcore, dedicated people all over the world pursuing the freedom of every indigenous nationality, every indigenous person trapped in the damnable zoological republic. I have been through social media before I came on air, and I have now seen people say they now believe what we have been telling them, that Nigeria is a zoo after all. Now they understand it. When we said to them that those who claim to be your leaders do not love you, some of you came up with your usual nonsense. Isn't it very clear now they don't give a damn about you? They will kill you. Anything that will allow them to continue to enjoy free flow of petrodollar is what they will encourage. We are living in the time of a revolution. Something that I knew my generation would witness it, but I never knew that it would happen. You know, one of those things that you pray for, you hope for, you know it's going to happen, but at the back of your mind you're thinking maybe it may not happen after all. It has finally happened. We are now in a full revolutionary mode. Anybody who is a Biafran, anybody who is a zoo animal, once you rise up and ask us to end what we are doing, automatically you become an enemy of the people immediately. An enemy of the people. Ikechukwu is our Biafra land coordinator, and I want him to transmit an order to our Ebonyi State senatorial coordinators to bring out our people on the streets to support this very gallant effort by young people right across Nigeria to bring about the long-awaited change in our lives. People have stopped grumbling and complaining. But let me pray first of all, please. Let me pray. Each time we log off and we log back on, we must pray. We need to pray. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on this very earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. But not Tinubu, not Okezie, not even the skeletons of the dead Buhari in the Arabian desert, not Aisha Buhari's boyfriend, not Sanwo-Olu. In all of this, we have forgotten the IGP of police. We cannot forgive him either. We are not going to forgive that man called Francis Omata, who regrettably is from Kogi State. We cannot forgive him. We cannot forgive Hope Uzodinma. We cannot forgive those who are making our lives a misery. Chukwukikabiama will understand and you will forgive us for that. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For yours and yours alone is the kingdom, the power and the glory, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, that was the most powerful prayer in the scriptures. It was prayed by Jesus Christ when the followers asked him, Rabbi, teach us how to pray. And he said, Our Father who art in heaven, which confirms what we have known of old, that every glory belongs to God Almighty in heaven and not to any mortal flesh, because every flesh will one day die, but the word of the Most High, Chukwukikabiama, shall remain forever. But there is something that our young people are doing right now on the streets. They are craving immortality. They will never ever be forgotten. 2020 will never ever be forgotten. This very generation has done something so remarkable that everybody must support them. If you are living in the diaspora and you have not sent any support, you must do so now. Whilst you're sending that very support, you must also open a Twitter account and follow all the people that matter in this very effort to make sure that our message permeates the nook and cranny of the subconsciousness of everywhere inhabited by human beings on the face of this very planet. I tweeted this very morning, but of course, they also suppressed it. If you go there, you may not see it until you click on tweet and whatever thing that follows there, and then you can see it. But we are not perturbed, we are not deterred. We are live and we are direct. Our FM in Lagos is talking. Our FM in Kanu is talking. Even in Abuja, it is talking. Right across Biafra land, we are live now on 102.1, 102.1 FM. We are on Radio Biafra. Please, let me rephrase it. We have not launched it yet. We are on IPOB Community Radio, on IPOB Community Radio app. Please, everybody must download it. You need to download it. It is absolutely important, very, very vital, very, very critical that you do so. During the course of our programming this very afternoon, We will be subject to periodic interruptions. There may be delays in transmission. There may be technical glitches because our enemies are not sleeping. But I can wholeheartedly assure you that we are doing everything we can, working ceaselessly hard to ensure the stability of our broadcast this very morning. I welcome you, and I have a few news to present to you before we continue. The army have issued a statement. The Zoo army have issued a statement. The Fulani Janjaweed controlled army, they have now issued a statement. And I am going to read for you what that very statement says. The Nigerian Army headquarters, this is according to Punch newspaper, I think it was also in Sahara Reporters and also in Vanguard. The Nigerian Army headquarters has denied deploying soldiers to the Lekki toll gate despite video evidence showing uniformed soldiers shooting at people who are unarmed. They are denying it. Now, this is what people must understand. When I tell you that these people are full of evil, you won't believe it. When we are small, as we are growing up, your parents will tell you, don't tell me any lie. Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth all the time. When we are brought up, of course, sometimes, as children, if you want to avoid beating or any punishment, you will tell a lie. That is normal. But these are grown-up men, the so-called leaders you have, the so-called elders, the so-called elder statesmen and the servicemen and women. They think people are fools, In broad daylight, they are lying. They think you're a fool. In Nigeria, those that are ruling you, I won't call it serve because they don't serve you. Those that are ruling you, they think you are fools. They think you don't have any brain. That is why this revolution must be sustained. That is why it must be. They think you are fools. The whole world saw it. Mrs. Clinton tweeted it. Who is a friend of the Fulani? Everybody is aware. The video is there. It's even on my wall for those who are watching via Facebook. It's there. Yet, they have black people. They have no shame, no honor, and no. They even came. They had the. I don't know what is wrong with the brain of a Fulani person. I don't know if they are. Believe me, I don't think they are normal. I'm being honest with you. Maybe it's that cow blood they drink. I don't think their brain is correct. No one, anything they go into, they make a mess of it. I don't think their brains are correct, believe you me. How can we, after witnessing the horrors and the atrocities on toll gates yesterday, I was live broadcasting. A young girl was there talking on Radio Biafra, telling us what was going on, happening on the ground, how they were killing them, how they were now moving them to a place. After witnessing what happened before our eyes, do you know that Nigerian Army issued a statement? They never sent any soldier anywhere. I saw the Zoo Army, is it their Twitter handle or whatever it is? And they said they published, they cut out something from Sahara Reporters. That was what they published. They said it's a lie, it's fake news. When Army was there, we know the name of the battalion commander. We know the name of the idiot who was shooting at people. We have his name. Their names are here. We have them. We know where they come from. Do you know that the Nigerian Army shamelessly rose up to try to deny it? These people, they have no shame. They have no class whatsoever. These are your so-called leaders. Are these liars, blatant, broad daylight liars? Liars! That Samuel Olu said that the powers above him ordered the army to shoot when he is the chief executive of Lagos State, when he is the chief security officer of Lagos State. He was the idiot that ordered for the curfew. That is why I said to you, any governor who opens his mouth to say there is 24 hours curfew, that governor is an enemy of the people and will be dealt with accordingly. An enemy of the people. They don't own us, we own them. They serve at our pleasure. They do not own anybody. When they refer to you as young people, as our children, tell them to shut up. You are citizens. You are serving citizens. You are nobody. You are not a lord to impose 24 hours curfew. It is an abomination. This generation has done us proud, but the army, full army, they're always lying. That's why they forged certificate. That is why Buhari died and they brought Jubril first. After Jubril ran away from Cuba, they brought this idiot Yusuf Abubakar Muhammad. Do you know the funniest thing about Zoo and Nigeria and all these so-called the political elite, as they prefer to call themselves? They are dumb, they are wicked, and they are all criminally minded. Where are their children? Where are they schooling? Abroad. They run down the education system, they send their kids abroad. An army in broad daylight before the whole world. Videos that went viral all over the world is everywhere. The videos went viral. The army had, the Fulani army, they still had the presence of mind. They still have the presence of mind to be denying what they did last night. And those of you in Lagos, I don't know, why did you allow Sanwo-Olu to move from hospital to hospital? You don't know this is a revolution? You think this is some village meeting? How can you allow Sanwo-Olu, who is responsible for the death of the people, to be moving from one hospital to the other one talking rubbish? And some of you idiots are listening to him. That is, this same thing you're doing now with Sanwo-Olu was what you did with Tinubu. Until he sent people to come and kill you. Until they brought the army to kill you, then your eyes opened. I'm asking you, why are you allowing Sanwo-Olu to move from place to place freely? Why, I ask you? They are killing you. They will continue to kill you. That was why the order was given yesterday. Destroy every federal government property around you. Is the world not listening now? Was it not when you moved to go and burn down Tinubu's hotel that Al Jazeera now remember that they can switch on and start reporting what is going on? Is the whole world not reporting it now? I told you they will report it. You know, the brother was complaining in the afternoon. They don't want to report. I said, from what we do, they will report it. They opened fire. And we are reporting live. I have the video, it's on my page. As they were killing, we were reporting it live, telling the whole world what was going on. And that was what we said. You see that toll gate? Somebody rang and called and said, we must do something. I said, of course, move immediately. Move immediately. That was how the toll gate was burnt. And they feared, and they are continuing. The same BRT buses they used to convey thugs is now on fire. The same and I said to them, people will tell you, oh, it's our property, it's our commonwealth. Tell the person to shut up. We can replace 1,000 BRT buses, but you cannot replace one life lost yesterday. Not one can you replace. We must vent our anger. The young people on the streets must vent their anger. Because now the world is watching. That is why IPOB has to come out. Prematurely, I agree. Prematurely, I agree. But they need to come out now because the whole world is watching. And any police commissioner, any governor who stands in our way will fall. We will get one of them. In the next 14 days, you will hear a story of one of the governors, these idiots. One of them. We will get them in our net. And then the whole world reported by force. The whole world will report it by force. Sanwo-Olu is a murderer. The so-called governor of Lagos State is a murderer. Sanwo-Olu is a murderer. Is a murderer. Get that into your brains. Get that into your skulls. He is a murderer and cannot be moving from hospital to hospital after ordering for a curfew to be imposed. And also that Adamu, they call him their Inspector General. He is also culpable. The army are denying it. These people, they have no shame. The army, in a Facebook post, branded several reports linking soldiers to the target as fake news, stating no soldiers were at the scene. And these are the people that Britain believes. These are the people that United States, the State Department in the US, these are the people you believe. When the same liar, the same congenital liar, when they come and tell you give us weapons, and I warned America, I warned the EU, any weapon you give to them will go towards the killing of civilians. I warned them. I warned them. I told them they are not fighting insurgency. They are not fighting Boko Haram. They are not fighting ISIS. They are not fighting Al Qaeda. They pay people to write articles for them in America. That is what El Rufai does. They give money to consultants, expensive consultants in Washington. They write what is called an op-ed for them on the pages of US newspapers. America must do something. If you fail to do something now, Boko Haram will be everywhere. It's a lie. They need weapons from you to Islamize everybody. They need weapons from America, from the UK, to kill civilians. Is it not abundant now? What I expect Nigerians to be asking themselves now, a very simple, because the only thing that cures idiocy in life is a question. I have said this before. When two people are quarreling and you are not there to witness how the whole thing transpired or who is at fault, when you go to court, before any court, even your village court or inside your father's living room, they will first of all say to you, tell us what happened. After stating your own side of the story, they will now cross-examine you. By asking questions, you find out who is a liar and who is telling the truth. Like right now that we are live on air, I challenge anybody to go to Radio Biafra app and tell me the voice that you're hearing there. Tell me if you are hearing this live program. The time now is, I believe it is roughly 7 minutes to 11 a.m. in the land of Biafra and in the wider Nigeria. I am asking you, go to Radio Biafra app. When people state their position, when people are lying, the only way to discover that they are lying is by asking a very simple question. A simple question. Those who that said before that our app hadn't been taken over by the zoo, I ask you, go there now. It's a simple question. Tell me if this broadcast, you can hear it on our app. Then you know who a liar is and who a deceiver is. Simple question. Is this broadcast now, is it live on Radio Biafra app? I believe that the answer is no. That's how you catch liars, by asking them questions. Now, we go to the zoo army. No soldiers were at the scene because before then, Tinubu gave the order for the cameras to be removed. And those moving the cameras, they caught them. Do you see how foolish they think you are? The people writing this at army headquarters are your so-called fellow Nigerian citizens. Fellow Nigerian citizens. Do you see the way they lie, they deceive? These are grown-up men and women lying like little babies. Not washing, liars, congenital liars. That is how they deceive the whole world. They came to my house and they killed people. I managed to survive and escape with my life. This is what they do. They ask them and they deny it. And some of you now listening, you were in support of Nigerian army. Then, because in this life, you see, what goes around comes around. If you wish people bad, you witness that bad. I remember some people in Lagos State jubilating that the army went to kill Nnamdi, Kanu and IPOB. When it transpired that I survived and a case was being made for the unlawful invasion of my house. The Nigerian army went to court and gave a testimony in front of Binta Nyako, saying that they pursued a truck loaded with explosives into my compound. And as they got there, the truck exploded. What? Oh my God. And some of you bought into their lies. Today, those lies are catching up with everybody. Now you understand that Nigerian army has an agenda. It is not a Nigerian army. Some of you are hard at hearing. We tell you it goes through one ear, it goes out of the other until it comes to full manifestation. Nigerian army is working towards a template drawn by the Fulani oligarchy, the cabal. They want to use Nigeria as the base for Fulani all over the Sahel. Are you listening to me? They closed the borders in the south during COVID-19. No border in the north was closed. If you go to Katsina today, you cannot tell who is from Niger. You cannot tell who is from Chad. You cannot tell who is from Cameroon. You cannot tell who is from Gambia. You cannot tell who is from Senegal. You cannot tell. But you are in the same one Nigeria, mind you. But you cannot tell. That is why you cannot trust, never ever trust Nigerian army. Any governor telling you they are trying to keep the peace security forces, that governor is part of them. This army has come to kill. They have come to kill. And they will not go until you drive them away. That is the language that the Fulani Janjaweed understand. Anybody thinking that this army is under the control of sensible Nigerian citizens, you need to see a psychiatrist. You are even more foolish than you think. This is the Janjaweed army. They will recruit some willing tools from the south, and as a result of that, they will kill and they will get away with it. But not any longer. Not anymore. This is a live presentation. Liars, liars, liars everywhere. Officials of the Lekki Concession Company, that company should be sued. That company that removed the company, Lekki Concession Company, I believe it belongs to Tinubu. It must be burnt down. They are the ones that tampered with the evidence. They are the ones that set the stage for the massacre of innocent people. Lekki Concession Company. It needs to go up in flames. Do you know why I tell you to do all these things? Because if you don't do them, those you're dealing with will think you're a fool, and they will continue to kill you. They will continue to lie to you about it. You must rise up, and the time is now. Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State was the one that imposed 24-hour curfew. He was the one that did it. They said that the violence engulfed the state. I want black, you know we are black. We don't really track back a lot to reference what happened in the past, to use it to understand the games and the stratagem of our enemies. Now listen carefully. They said Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State imposed a 24-hour curfew on the state following the violence that engulfed the state. Who caused the violence? That is the question you need to ask yourself. The people that caused the violence is Tinubu and Sanwo-Olu. You saw them in broad daylight. Nigerian journalists, you must do your job to try to report things objectively. You saw them in broad daylight. They used BRT buses to go and they went to Mushi to go and ferry area boys to start attacking the protesters, so that when the protesters react, they will claim there is anarchy and they bring in the army and the police. And that was what happened. Most commentators and analysts said that is what is going to happen. That was what happened. Why is everybody pretending? Why is everybody pretending they don't know what happened? It was Tinubu and Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State. They organized to turn the protest into a violent protest by asking their thugs or mandating their thugs to attack peaceful protesters. And you know it is Nigeria. If they attack you and you don't attack back, they will keep coming until they kill all of you. So the protesters now reacted. As the protesters reacted, the government now said there is violence. But it was the government of Lagos State that started the violence. It's a clear fact. Did you not see the video of them ferrying their thugs in Abuja? Did something not happen with DSS? You saw DSS with their tinted SUVs carrying local, filthy, smelly, alamajiri, janjaweed thugs to go and kill protesters. What does that tell you? Nigeria is a den. People must understand. Nobody came out in this life to hate anybody. But if you do not hate Nigeria, there is something wrong with you. Nigeria is evil. You people don't understand it until it hits you in the face. Nigeria is satanic. Nigeria is horrible. Nigeria is a destiny killer. Not your uncle in the village. Not the 1,000-year-old tree in your village square. The people killing your destiny is Nigeria. Their politicians, the so-called service chiefs and army people, they are the ones holding you down. Your lives are over. If you abandon this revolution, I'm telling you before God that I serve in heaven, you people are finished. If you abandon this revolution now, if you don't press home this advantage, now the world is now watching. Now the whole world is now focusing on Nigeria. We must come out on the streets. Everybody from southern Kaduna, everybody must come out. The whole world is now watching. If they attack us, we attack them back. That is what they understand. That is how you defeat them. Bunch of liars. Somebody wearing army uniform. He was videoed. His name appeared on the video. We know where they live. They serve in the Nigerian army. And the Nigerian army they were caught killing people. The Nigerian army issued a statement denying it. Now ask yourself this question. How can such a country ever develop? Please, somebody should answer me. How? A country of liars and deceivers. You were there when Tinubu. You know the thing about Nigerians is that some of them, they do not listen. They don't listen. When you tell them something, they don't listen. Let me take a sip of water. When Catriona Lang went to go and see Tinubu, what did I tell you? I told you that Britain is planning to unleash mayhem on Lagos. I told you this. It's on my page. I told you. Once this woman went to see Tinubu, I told you that trouble was coming. But being Nigerians the way they are, they don't listen. They never listen until it's too late. I warned you. I told you. British High Commissioner going to Tinubu was to strategize on how to kill people. You didn't believe me? After that demonic woman left back to Abuja, Tinubu called his friend in Mushi and asked him to release the thugs to attack the protesters. That was when I knew that Britain was running the show. By that attack, because I knew that Britain wanted to go and change the narrative all over the world to say it's just thugs, people who voted for Jonathan. You know, that's what they will say. If you criticize them constructively, they will say these are people that voted for Jonathan. They are now angry. They are not happy. They don't like what is happening with under the regime of a so-called non-existent Buhari. When the organizers on the ground said no and fought back, Britain in Abuja, they are the one now running the government of the zoo. Aisha's boyfriend is on the run. They have been planning to shoot what I call deep fake video for the past 3 days. They've not succeeded. I have it, our information is first class. From inside that rock, they have been planning on how they can present Aisha's boyfriend. They said no. Is he going to wear a glove? Because his hands doesn't look like that of an 80-year-old. It looks like that of a boy of 35. So they don't know what to do. That people are asking him, saying, we don't want a recorded address, we want live. They have been agonizing. Britain now said, we want to put an end to this. This is the same Britain that condemned China during the Tiananmen Square massacre. Somebody should please Google Tiananmen Square in China and British reaction. I want to tell people about hypocrisy. Tiananmen Square is spelled Tiananmen. Tiananmen Square in China. Go and Google it. Tiananmen Square massacre. Now let me tell you about hypocrisy. Let me also tell you that Britain is running the show. I want to let the whole world understand that as I speak right now, Britain are the people in Abuja running Nigeria. And I want to make it abundantly clear for the world to understand. You know, when I tell you something you don't hear, later on it will about for you now, I don't know how to put it in English. It becomes more clearer to you. Now listen carefully. Go and Google Tiananmen Square massacre of 1989. Like Lekki Toll Gate. Listen carefully. The hypocrisy of your colonial masters. Like Lekki Toll Gate in 1989, the Chinese Communist Party, people were protesting, asking for democracy in China. The Communist Party mobilized the army, and the army shot and killed people in Tiananmen Square in 1989. It did not take up to 5 minutes. The British government issued a statement condemning the Chinese army. Go and check the history. But do you know the funniest thing? Yesterday, last night, as the killing was going on, continued till this morning, there has been no official British condemnation of the massacre of innocent protesters. Never. But when Tiananmen happened in China, Britain condemned China within 5 minutes. Have you seen a greater hypocrisy than that? I want Africans to reason for once. They do not love you. An average British person is a good person. An average Scottish man is decent. An average Englishman is God-fearing and decent. An average Welshman is very good. The Irish, they are wonderful people. Everybody knows that. But together, as United Kingdom, as Britain, they breed monsters. They breed evil, wicked monsters. And these evil people, they work in the Foreign and Commonwealth Office. People must listen. You people are fond of not listening. Listen to me. Britain are the people in Aso Rock now organizing this mass murder going on. When the same thing happened in Tiananmen Square in 1989 in China, Britain condemned China within 5 minutes. Today, there is no word of condemnation. Do you know why they cannot condemn Nigeria? Because there is nobody to hold responsible. There is no Buhari. And that is what they are afraid of. Everybody is afraid of this cover-up because there is no Buhari in Aso Rock. That is the reason why they need to protect him. Instead of people asking and saying, let the president speak, now we are talking about massacre at Lekki. Ask yourself this question. Are you telling me that the old Buhari is alive and is not talking? Is that what you're telling us? Of course the answer is no. Everybody, if you have common sense, you will know that Buhari is not alive anymore. You will know that very well. That's what they're doing. Has Britain condemned the massacre in their former colony? The answer is no. Why have they not condemned it if they're not part of it? Because if you're not part of this very crime, you should condemn it. But that stupid woman, Katrina Lang, that blood-sucking demon, is the one running Nigeria right now, for your information. And the mask the boy is wearing is coming from Britain. The senator mask that Aisha's boyfriend His name is Yusuf Abubakar Mohammed. Yusuf Abubakar Mohammed. Go and ask anywhere. If that boy does a DNA test, you will see he's not Buhari. Almost as young as Buhari's first child. That tells you what you need to know. Some of you cannot reason. That is why you don't know that it is Britain who is organizing and killing you. You don't know that? They went to Tinubu. I told people, please, that day that Katrina Lang went to go and see what's it called? Tinubu. Go and get the broadcast of that day. He came to go find it and place it everywhere. Did I not tell you? I told the people are going to die in Lagos State. This woman, this blood-sucking demon, Katrina Lang, is now in Lagos. People are going to die there. That's what they do. People, you don't listen. You don't hear. You don't hear. That's why you're in a mess. Do you know the funniest thing? God gave Nigeria ample opportunity, or should I say to Nigerian youths, ample opportunity to bring about a revolution. Ample opportunity. They never took it. When the intel came that Buhari, we knew that Buhari, I was following Buhari as he was dying. I know the day that Buhari collapsed in Asarok. I know the aircraft they used to pick him up all the way to the UK. Buhari was declared brain dead inside the aircraft. That aircraft stopped in Casablanca in Morocco to refuel, and they requested one thing from the Moroccan government: a life support machine. Buhari was on a go and check the log. I gave all these things to investigative journalists in Nigeria. I said to them, just confirm. If you want to know that Buhari is dead, just confirm. The force that left Asarok, that was on the 27th of January of 2017. There was a presidential jet that left Nigeria on that day. Go and check. In fact, basically the whole of January, go and check to compare and contrast the movements of the presidential jet. They will tell you that the one that left on the 27th made a stopover in Casablanca in Morocco. To do what? No other presidential aircraft has made a stopover before of that magnitude. Buhari was dead even before he got to London. They did the surgery to cut off part of his brain because he had a tumor. The idiot died in London. And that presidential jet then departed London and was found in Saudi Arabia. They never come to Nigeria direct. They flew the dead body to Saudi Arabia. I told you all these things. I told you to look at the ear of the dead Buhari and the new one. You were blind to it. I asked you to look at the way that Jubril was talking. Some of you would not have it because you are black and idiotic. Today it has happened before your eyes. People are dying. The country is burning, but there is no president to address you. There is no vice president to address you. All of you are still saying that Buhari is alive and is in Asarok. How stupid can you be? How foolish can you be? Hey, Chineke Nnamdi Sioji, black people, black people, black people, black people, unbelievable, black. Alamajiri Janjaweed, they're the ones controlling you and lying to you. The whole place is reeking with lies. Even the army, they kill you now, they come out and they issue a statement. It's not also, and they send their ears to go and be talking rubbish all over the place. If Buhari is alive, bring him out to address the people. End of story. You cannot do it. because he's not alive. That was the opportunity you had. When we announced in 2017 that Buhari is dead, that was when one or two of you could have asked a question to say, oh, please prove that you're Buhari. But you didn't do it. Some journalists took some money, including that girl that used to work for them. They took money from Fulani Cabal. They say, oh, it's not true. It's fact check. All those scientific fact check. All those things about Buhari are rubbish. They know that Buhari is dead. Everybody's eating money. Britain doesn't want the world to know. Because the world will ask them, when did you know this man was dead? And what did you do about it? That is why they are running helter-skelter, hiding the truth from you. That is why they are busy massacring people on Lekki Tollgate. And the Nigerian Bar Association, as they call themselves, is planning to file a criminal complaint. You know, these people are stupid, though. In a country that has no workable law, where an aeroplane turner, a full and a palm wine tapper, schooled in Sharia law, is your overall Chief Justice of the Federation. He wants to file a case in the court, quoting the Constitution, before judges that are not learned, before full and janjaweed judges whose agenda is to enslave the idiot bringing the petition before them. When you took the matter of Buhari certificate to court, what happened? They said, oh, he's a general. How can he be a general without a school certificate? That was it. But that wasn't what the law said. The laws of INEC said you must present your certificate. That's what the law said. Then the judges in the Supreme Court said, oh, he's a general. If he can be a general, he's an insult. He's been head of state before. Please don't bring this thing here. But that is not the issue in question. All of you were there and it happened. This once again, they want to go back and, how can I put it? And take army to court. Do you know how many cases they have in the court, the army? Do you know how many cases are in the court with the army? Do you think they have regard for the court? Do you have courts in Nigeria? You don't have courts. What you have is a rubber stamp judiciary that does whatever Asorok asks them to do. If you make noise, they take your husband and your son, as they did to Binta Nyako. They took Motola Nyako, and they are probing Motola Nyako, so that Binta Nyako can convict me and my men. That's all. They said to her, convict Nnamdi Kanu and we'll set her husband free. She was not able to do it within the timetable they gave to her. That is why they are prosecuting her husband. That is Nigeria for you. That is the court that this idiot wants to take. We are filing a case in the court. Even if you go to ICC, Britain will kill the case. Even if you take them to ICC, Britain will kill the case. It will never ever be heard. They have oil and gas money. They have oil and gas money. So are you, that woman there, that boss, did you not see that the president of the ICC went to Abuja and collected his own share? He's an Igbo man. Osuji. He went and took his own share of the money. Has any case against Nigeria been called in ICC? They can never call it. They can't call it. They have all collected money. All of them, they have taken the money because they full and need, they have the cash, raw cash in dollars. What is your problem? If not for the shooting around Lekki last night, and that people are screaming and calling out all the big media houses, in fact, or the fact that Mrs. Clinton joined and condemned the shooting. So how can Mrs. Clinton condemn the shooting and the British government that owns Nigeria hasn't condemned it yet? Ask yourself that very question. The zoo is full of liars. The African Bar Association is going to file criminal complaint. Nonsense. In Africa, I went to ECOWAS court. ECOWAS said, I should take my case file, send it to France, so they can translate it into French from English, because some of their judges are French. They kept adjourning my case, waiting for Nigerian government to kill me. ECOWAS court. This is in Africa. You want to go to court? Go now. Let me see what is going to come out of it. But of course, nothing will come out of it. We are very resolute and we are very, very determined. Nothing, and I repeat, nothing is going to stop this ceaseless march. Oh, it has happened. Lekki massacre, Tinubu's TVC set ablaze by angry Lagosians. It has happened. Of course, useless set of people everywhere. I asked them not to touch those people. Nigerian Post Authority Marina on fire as we gave them the order yesterday. Burn every federal government property. Destroy it. Destroy it. If you don't, the revolution will fall. You need to destroy those properties that signify Fulani domination of your life. You must do it. If you don't destroy them, the revolution will fail. You must destroy them. People are listening. People are listening. Sanwo Olu's mother's house on fire. Take the battle to them. Take the battle to them. Listen. If we are now in a revolution, we must complete the job. There is no halfway. They are like a snake that is wounded. If you turn back, they will strike you and they will destroy you. We must win. We must win. The youth of Nigeria must win. You people on the ground must win. If you turn back now, it's too late. The house of Sanwo Olu's mother is on fire. That is how it's supposed to be. Everywhere you see their families, attack them. Attack them. Attack them. Anywhere you see them, attack them. Take it about they are mad. They think they are smart, but they are not. They are not as intelligent as they claim to be. Sanwo Olu's mother's house on fire. Destroy everything that belongs to Tinubu. Destroy it. Destroy everything that he owns. Let them feel the pain. I am telling you, if you go back now, if you stand down now, they will finish you. Your life will be controlled by the Fulani and the British forever and ever. You must rise up now and do something. You must. You must rise up now immediately and do something. And do something. Oh my goodness. That's very good. Our men have come out on the streets. Nigerian army, okay, come out. We are now out on the streets. That war you people want, you are now going to get it. You want war, you will get it. And this war is forever and ever. No victor, no vanquish, that rubbish is gone. We have the technology now. We can grow food inside the room. So we are prepared for a siege of 8 years. We can grow food inside the room. If you think airland and sea blockade worked before, it can no longer work now. The people have risen up. We have taken back our destiny in our hands. Our destiny is now in our hands, and the people must march forward. We must march forward. They will see war. And the Fulani, let me tell you something. Write it down on a piece of paper, Fulani. By the time we finish with you, Hausa will remove you from Sokoto. I swear to God Almighty in heaven. Fulani, you see Nigeria that you want to colonize, it is going to be a graveyard for everybody. We are going to die in that Nigeria you want to take by force. In your next life, when you hear Biafra, you hear Nnamdi, Kanu or IPOB, you become a stillborn child in your mother's womb. I warned you people. You are doing glad. We have Buratai hard man. I said, where is Buratai today? He doesn't exist anymore. He was cursed. Where is Buratai, I ask you? Does Buratai exist? He no longer exists. Hope Uzodinma, you see Hope Uzodinma, the Supreme Court Administrator of Imo State. We are going to hang him in public. He'll be hanged. Write it down. He'll be hanged in public. As an example to people who will conduct elections in Biafra land, that if you tamper with the mandate of the people, you will die. we are going to build an honest, civilized society that the world may be proud of who we are. And don't be afraid. I am saying to the protesters, do not be afraid. Don't be afraid. I'm telling you the truth. Let me tell you something about 2020. When it comes to reasoning, they cannot outsmart us. We are educated and we are reasonable. We know more than they can ever imagine in their useless lives. Their orientation is to steal, to subdue, to subjugate people. Our orientation is to enlighten people and to bring freedom to them. Who do you think God is going to support? Who do you think that fairness, equity, and natural justice will support? Is on our side. And that is why we are going to defeat them. That is why we are going to win. And I have said, from tomorrow, no more market. No market. If you open market tomorrow, we'll destroy that market. Now, Edosian, our head of DRS, communicate every market leader we have in our land, call them by phone. Tell them today that an order has been issued by me. No market will be opened by tomorrow. If they open it, we will burn that market. No market will be opened by tomorrow. We must go into a full mode of revolution to finish this business once and for all. To finish it once and for all. They finish it once and for all. Now, people should find Okezibazo, find him. Find Okezibazo, find him. Abia State Governor Okezibazo has given the order for the arrest of the popular Nollywood actor Emmanuel Ehumadu, well known as Labista, for leading a protest in Abia State. And you allowed him to, oh my goodness. Okezibazo, oh God. God in heaven. God in heaven. We shall find him. We shall find him. We are live and we are direct and the whole world is listening. This is Radio Biafra. Mankind will understand what we have done in 2020. Those brave people on the ground. Young people on the ground, brave and determined. Sanwo-Olu is responsible. Tinubu is responsible. Those two are. And the British High Commissioner, Catherine Lang, is responsible. If I were to go to Britain and start killing British people, will she be happy? The answer is no. But she's in Nigeria killing people because they have no regard for you. They have no regard for you. They have no, everybody's, if you're abroad, you must provide help to those who are protesting. Channel it through your village, your hometown, your street where you grew up. But we need help to sustain this very effort on the ground. Everybody must do what they can. Everybody must do what they can, and they must do it now. They must do it now. When they were killing IPOB family members, they said, oh, look at them protesting. And they're killing, don't protest. Go through your senator. Anyway, but people are dying. They are very brave. And there is nothing we can do about it. Let bygone be bygone. But now they understand that everything we ever said has been vindicated. Can anybody now stand up and tell me that I ever told a lie on air any day? Has everything not come to pass? Including the zoo coming to an end in 2020. When I tell you something, you must listen. You must listen very, very carefully. Please. We are live and we are direct. And I have it here, please, that angry youths have stormed BRT because they are sensible. These youths that are demonstrating, they are very, very intelligent. The same BRT, if there is no BRT buses, they cannot convey thugs now. Tinubu couldn't have conveyed the thugs. Sanwo-Olu could not have moved thugs from Mushi to Alausa and to other places where they confronted the protesters and managed to kill one or two people. So let those buses go up in flames. There is money. Many more will be bought. Don't worry about that. These are objects. People are dying. And the borders have opened. They are bringing in their fighters now from Niger Republic. The intelligence is with us now. They are bringing in terrorists from Niger Republic. So the front line has to shift to Southern Kaduna. I am calling on Southern Kaduna youths to rise up today, on Middle Belt youths to rise up today, and stop the march of these people. And if we see that you people are organized, men will be sent to you to help you to man the barricades. Because the Janjaweeds are coming. They are coming. The Chukwu Kikabiama is on the throne. In a short while, we are going to open up our lines. In a short while, our line, not lines. We are only using one line. We are only using one line. We are only using one line. We are in a revolution. Every government property should be destroyed. We can build a new one. That is how you cripple a government. If there is no ministry somewhere, how can the government function? We need to cripple this government. Not by talking, not by just agitating or being on social media. Every government structure must go down. Take them down. Please, take them down. Please. When we were being killed, we did nothing to them. We said we are agitating for freedom. They said you must die. Nigeria is one. That Nigeria is one. Not only did the army kill you as a Nigerian, they are denying it. Adding salt or insult to injury, as the case may be. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. This is a live presentation. We are live and we are direct. I know that people will do whatever they can, if at all they can, to stop what we are doing, but they cannot succeed. They have never succeeded before. They cannot succeed alone. Tinubu's television, Continental, is on fire. People should get angry. Destroy them and their businesses. Destroy them everywhere you see them. Businesses, should I say, that they built with stolen money. Jagaban with his billion van. These are criminals. Hardened criminals. And they must be cut down to size. They must be cut down to size. They must be cut down to size. Everybody, everywhere, you must rise up. You must. We are not going to any court. Oh. No Nigerian court, no ICC. Forget all that rubbish. It never works. It's controlled by powers that be. They will never allow any case to be heard. If a case is heard, they will call Buhari to testify. And there is no Buhari. And they will even get into worse trouble. We are not relying on any court anywhere in the world. Our court is there on the land, everywhere on the land, across Nigeria, where people feel sufficiently aggrieved. Which stupid court are we going to? Which hopeless court? Court has been there. They've been killing people all these years. Has this court not been there? And the massacre after massacre, death after death, are those courts not there? Talking nonsense all the time. We are going to take the laws into our own hands. We are taking it. Dispense with all that stupid, crappy political correctness. We are not doing anything with it. Here we speak the truth. Always, regardless of the consequences. If they try to stop us, we try to become ingenious. We try to become ingenious. Everywhere you are, and you are not part of this noble IPOB family, then something is wrong with you. Seriously wrong with you. Because we are more than formidable, I tell you. More than formidable, I tell you. Nigger Raw, where are they holding them? Where are they holding Nigger Raw? Wherever they are holding them, Nigger Raw and La Vista, I want the place to be stormed. Let our people lead the assault on that very place. Release the materials to men. Let them go and release anybody who is being held illegally and find Okezi Ikpeazu. You can see what people are doing in Lagos to even the house of the mother of Samuelu. All of you, dear Okezi Ikpeazu must pay dearly. Okezi Ikpeazu must pay. He must pay dearly for it, for all the crimes that he has committed. He must pay dearly for it. Very, very critical, very, very important. Okezi Ikpeazu must go down. He must go down, and we are going to find him. There is no forgiveness. No forgiveness whatsoever. No forgiveness whatsoever. Absolutely important. Absolutely important. I am having a meeting with very powerful people in Washington this evening. I have a meeting this evening with them. Very powerful people in Washington, I can assure you. And something will be coming from the US very, very shortly. That I can assure you. I have a meeting this evening and something will happen. And I will not be very nice to them when we have this very meeting. I will tell them what they never expected to hear from me, because the silence of the US government is troubling. Of course, we know that this happened at a very wrong time, in the midst of an election. I know that a few days to the US elections, we understand the complexities, but that is not an excuse. It is not an excuse. We expect them to say something, but they must say something. They must say something. The Trump administration must condemn what is happening. He is still the US president, and they must condemn it. The problem is the State Department. The State Department in America is mostly run by Democrats, career bureaucrats. They go to Nigeria and they give them $1 million each. They go back and they sit down and they fall asleep on their desk. And I've said this before. The problem is not the Trump administration. It is the US State Department. They are the problem. They are the, not Pompeo, but those, the clerks, the technocrats, the people that man the decks. They are the problem. They are the problem in America. And by now, I was hoping and expecting that the US ambassador would have tweeted or said something. She cannot be seen to be saying something that will inflame, the already volatile situation on the ground, because it will be classified as meddling in the internal affairs of another country. Maybe that is why she's quiet. I can understand that. I can understand, but I expect the State Department in the US to try and say something. Trump has been at the forefront of doing something, and I expect them to say something imminently. They must say something. It is very, very vital, very, very critical, very, very pivotal. Very, very. Biden has said something. Clinton has said something. We expect Trump to say something as well. It is very, very important. Or else people are going to vote for Democrats because they are the ones that said something. That's how these things work. Anyway, but of course we know that these Janjaweed are their friends. They are holding Nigaro and La Vista in Omaha. The place needs to be stormed by the elite team. Not everybody can do this very job. Disarm them. Take their guns away from them. Release the people that are holding and set the place on fire. That's what we must do. That is what we must do. And Okezi Ikpeazu is a persona non grata. Anywhere you see him, you kill him. It's an order. And when it will happen, the whole world will be shaking. Anywhere you see Okezi Ikpeazu, you kill him. He's a monster. He is a monster. He must be dealt with. He must be dealt with. Let me see the idiot that will come out to defend that buffoon. Our lines are going to open now, please. They are going to open now. If Trump doesn't condemn what is happening, it will harm his electoral base. Trump must condemn what is going on. He must. He's very close to Boris Johnson, the UK Prime Minister, and I'm telling you what my gut feeling is telling me now that must have transpired. Johnson would have called him to say everything is under control. And Trump trusts Boris Johnson. That is the fact. And he will tell him, oh, don't worry, everything is under control. It's our colony. We know what we're doing. And Trump will tell him to please hurry up and sort out that mess. But we are going to let Trump understand this evening, not tomorrow. I said this evening, I have a meeting this evening to let him understand that whatever Boris Johnson is telling him is a lie. That the army are out killing people, maiming people, and we cannot allow that to stand. They said they have placed snipers on Tinubu's properties and hotels in and around Lagos. That's what they're reporting right now. That snipers are on the hotel. Those that went out yesterday to bring that hotel down, they did a good job, but it's not perfect. It is not perfect because there are snipers on the roof of that very hotel right now, which means that anytime this whole revolution is over, that hotel will be dynamited and will be brought to the ground. It cannot stand. It is a symbol of oppression, a symbol of deception, and a symbol of lies that Nigeria has become. They said men are now out on the streets across Biafra land. Men are now on the streets. We are protesting peacefully. If you engage us, we will also engage you. Remember that very, very well. And those in the Middle Belt must be careful. The Janjaweed are flooding in from Niger Republic because their jihad is here. They have come to conquer, but they are never ever going to succeed. They cannot succeed, not now, not tomorrow, not ever. UK High Commission shuts down visa centers in Nigeria. As we said to them, we want every embassy, not just the UK and US. We want every embassy to close down to Nigerians. You can serve your country people, but to Nigerians you must close. No visa, nothing whatsoever. But more importantly, nobody is giving me a report from Abuja. I want them to go to the British High Commission in Abuja. That is where their problem lies. And from there, they can now begin to find a solution to it. The hotel of Tinubu will be crushed into dust. That his hotel will be crushed into dust. Now that Sanwo-Olu knows that the mother is threatened, you will see how they will now become very cautious. I told you people. That is how they. I told you people. That governor is an enemy of. If you don't fire any shot, there will be no problem. No, but okay, Zipazo wants to do hard guy, arresting artists in Omaya. And okay, Zipazo wants to move around Omaya. No. You hear his story now. You hear it. That thing they want, they're going to get it. That thing they want, they are going to get it. I want to give a number for people to call, please. Only one number, please. If you've called before, allow those that have not been able to get through to try and get through, please. Please. I beg of you. And I want our people to designate a team to comb every bush and every forest in around Umuahia government house. Very, very important. You must comb it to find out exactly what is going on. Because Okezi Ikpeazu must be found. Anytime, any day Okezi Ikpeazu is seen in public, he will be attacked for attacking unarmed protesters. We don't believe in all that nonsense going to court, right into ICC. That is garbage. Pure garbage in the zoo. It cannot work. The number to call, please, for those of you in and around Biafra land and Nigeria is +44 79 51 27 8705. I repeat, +44 79 51 27 8705. If you call this number, we'll take your call and you will tell us exactly where you are And what you are doing right now, if you have called before, don't call again. I believe that you have called before. If you have called before, please do not call again. If you have called before, do not call again. If you have called before, do not call again. I beg of you. If you have called before, do not call again. That you have called before. If you have called before, please do not call again. If you have called before, do not call again. If you have called before, do not call again. I beg of you. If you have called before, do not call again. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Give us your speak up, please. We're in a revolution mode. Speak up, don't be afraid. Tell us where you're calling us from. He is not there. No, I know that I have asked people, please let me take the calls of people from Biafra land first. I will go to diaspora in a minute. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? They're not paying attention. They're not. I said no diaspora call for now. I will let you know when to call. I'll let you know when to call. The caller on the line, can you hear me? They are not paying attention. They want to hear their voice. You cannot hear your voice. You cannot hear your voice. It doesn't work that way. You cannot hear your voice. It is very, very important. You cannot hear your voice. Once you pick up my call, please start speaking immediately. Once you pick up my call, please start speaking immediately, please. Wherever you see Tinubu in France, please apprehend him. He is he's a criminal. Wherever you see, where is Gowon? They can no longer speak. Claiming you're doing prayer for Jesus, mad people. The caller on the line, can you hear me? You have to speak. Don't wait to hear your voice on the radio. You have to talk to me. Where are you? The caller on the line, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello? I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you very much. Please, where are you calling from?
I am calling from Isolo, Lagos State.
What is happening? Please walk away from the listening device. The world is listening to you. I don't want to be hearing my voice again because there is a delay in transmission. Walk away from where you are. They're not paying attention. Once there's any background noise, I won't pick your call. Please, the caller on the line, I will not allow you to speak. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? They cannot hear me. They cannot hear me. I hope that the zoo is not tampered what's going on. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from Libya. I'm from Ebonyi State.
No, I will not take any international calls. If you don't listen, you called me with 234. That was where I picked it. No international calls for now. I have said that before. I want to take the calls of those who are at home. People in Biafra land, people in Nigeria, and other parts of the zoo, please. I do not want, I need information of what is happening on the ground.
Hello, Mazi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Where are you and what is...
I'm in Abuja, sir.
What is happening?
The information I have is based on yesterday and day before. They burnt cars in Apple.
No, we know that is old news. We don't need that type of news. We don't need, we want news that is 5 seconds old, not 2 days ago. I'm not doing anything with it. People all over the world, we are savvy. We are on social media. We know what is happening. The caller on the line, can you hear me? What is going on? The caller on the line, can you hear me? It's reading, but they cannot hear me. The number ending with 2306. They cannot hear me. But they've picked the call, but they cannot hear me for some strange reason. I do not need calls from abroad. I need calls. No. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Where are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, where are you?
Morning, Mazi.
Morning.
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi. Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mazi. Good morning. Good morning. I can hear you.
People always want they want to hear their voice. That is the problem. That is the problem. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Please give us your name and where you are, please.
Hello, sir, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Give us your name and where you are.
I'm calling from Imo State, sir. Imo State is very calm, sir.
What is Imo State?
I beg of you.
What is the meaning of Imo State? I don't know the meaning of it. I know that I got word from the ground that people are preparing to go out. Don't stop saying what is the meaning of Imo State. Are you in Olo? Are you in Okigo? What is Imo State? What is Imo State? The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. They cannot hear me. Please, if you're calling, be specific as to where you are. Don't tell me Imo State, Abia State, Enugu State. Tell us where you are. And I also want to commend the teachers in Enugu. I think some of them are now saying that there will be no school tomorrow. There will be no school tomorrow. If the radio where you are is not working, please download IPOB Community Radio. Download IPOB Community Radio. We are very, very close to getting what we want. Absolutely close to getting what we want. I now may be able to, I need update. There are some people who give us genuine update. I may have to go back to some of them. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Where are you? Where are you calling from?
Well, sir, I'm calling from Owerri, sir.
What is happening in Owerri right now?
Sir, as I'm talking to you now, there's nothing much happening in Owerri. We are surrounded by the police and armies.
So something is happening. You can't say there's nothing much happening, and yet you're surrounded by the police and the army, and you say nothing is happening.
Sir,
Huh? Exactly. Exactly. You're surrounded by nothing is happening, but you're surrounded by the police and the army. But you're surrounded, so something is happening. That means people came out. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, please.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, please. Your name and where you are.
Hello. My name is Ozem and I'm calling from Asaba.
What is happening in Asaba right now?
Sir, we don't come out here now, but we not see much people here in Asaba. So, please, we are begging to you to help us tell people to come out here in Asaba so that we can know where we are heading to this night, this afternoon. And then, secondly, we'll see if the numbers you put for anybody who want to join IPOB family member, we know the number no there for your tagline again. If there's any way you can release the number for us. Because it's very urgent. We know how to take the face. Nobody will come out to Asaba here for now. We did there now since we don't see anybody. Come back. I just
Okay, no problem. No problem. I will try and do something about it. Delta State, Asaba. Okay, we shall see by this evening. We understand. I am asking those in Lagos, destroy every federal government property. Destroy it. It can be rebuilt. Destroy it. If there is no federal government presence, the police and the army will not be killing you. That is the way it is. You must destroy it. You must destroy it in Lagos. You must destroy it. If you have called before, please do not call back again. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. I'm Nnamdi calling from Akure, Ondo State.
What is happening in Ondo State today? Nnamdi, what is going on there? Go ahead.
Right now, the governor declared curfew. There is no movement, but every junction, along the junctions, there are barricades. people set up there, the protesters. They did that last night.
Very good.
And it's still ongoing today.
Very good. That is what we need to do.
There is a shooting at there's a shooting at Ilesha garage in Akure here early this morning. I don't know if the situation had been calmed down, but for now, there's nothing going on in the state.
Very good. Now, thank you very much for that. Thank you very, very much for that. And for those of you in and around Owerri, if the army and the police have surrounded them as they have said, you must go live to prove it to the whole world. That is number one. And number two, I want every access road into Owerri to be blocked. Close it off completely. And from tonight, the hunt for Hope Uzodinma will start. And it will never ever stop until we catch him. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? The caller on the line, can you hear me? No, please. I am begging of you. I don't want. Oh my goodness, these people. They can't even allow me to call people that I know have the information that we need. The caller on the line, can you hear me? No, they are not connecting. They are not connecting. Somebody said they have found Tinubu's hotel. Where is his hotel? Have you found Tinubu's hotel? Tinubu's hotel is in. Where is it? I need the hotel name. He's in Charles de Gaulle area in France. I need the name of the hotel where he is. We need the name of the hotel. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you. Where are you right now?
I'm calling from Saple.
From where?
Saple.
What is happening in Saple right now? What is going on there?
Right now, everywhere is calm. But yesterday there was block at the road, but now everywhere is calm. But I'm sure later in the afternoon there will be rally again. But there's one thing I want to say, sir.
Yes.
I don't know whether you have any contact to contact those people at the Riverina area. I mean these militants, for them to start their job.
Are you telling us what to do? Are you telling us what to do? You can't. The caller on the line, can you hear me? I have picked your call, but you are not paying attention. You're not paying attention. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Lagos. My name is Chibike.
Chibike, which part of Lagos are you in?
I'm in Ikeja, Alausa to be precise.
Alausa, what is happening there right now, please, around where you are?
Hello?
I can hear you. I said, what is happening where you are?
Up till now, they are still shooting here right now where I am. Even when there are no people around, they still shoot and aim at people that are recording them.
Is it the army or the police?
The army are shooting on people that are recording them. They can see you recording them through your house. They will aim at your house.
That's what they're doing in Alausa area of Ikeja. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. That is Samwulu. That is what the governor. He will come out and pretend he's a good man. He will come out and pretend. If they are good, they must ask the army and the police to go back to their barracks. But they are thinking about their location. Oh, I have not made so much money. I only came in here not too long ago. I need to make my own money too, as others have. That's what they're doing. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. They cannot hear me. I need to know what is happening everywhere, please. I need to know happening everywhere, please. Asaba is on. Somebody called and was lying, saying nothing is happening in Asaba. People should stop peddling stupid, idiotic news. sounding like somebody who has smoked ganja. Idiot. Are these not the pictures of Asaba I'm seeing here? Asaba is out, and you're busy lying to your teeth. These things that Janjaweed gave birth to. These are Asaba here, happening now. You're coming to lie, to deceive people. All these idiots that Janjaweed impregnated in the zoo. They are, of course, Asaba is rocking, please. Asaba is on. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello, Mazi.
Yes, please.
Hello, Mazi. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you. Where are you calling from?
Mazi, I'm calling from Owerri.
What is happening in Owerri right now?
Mazi, Owerri is cold, though. There is no protest going on here.
But you're saying Owerri is cold. Somebody called before, said they are surrounded by the police. You're calling and saying that Owerri is cold, and I need confirmation for that. I need confirmation, please. Chinas, can you check and tell me what is happening in Owerri? I need confirmation in Owerri. And in everywhere else, I know that Omoya is bubbling. It is hot. I know that Aba is also hot as we speak. Uyo came out and they are marching. So I want to know, Uyo people want to speak to me. That is what they are saying. Uyo people want to speak to you. Let me see if I can go to Uyo people for them to speak on this noble platform. He is on another call. Stop calling. The person that said that Uyo needs to speak to me, you should just wait. We are going to get hold of you. Oh my goodness, the calls are immense. The calls are much. Uyo, I will get back to you. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Good afternoon to you, please. Where are you calling us from?
My name is Chifuson. I'm calling from Enugu State.
From Enugu. What is happening in Enugu?
So right now we are at Ababa. We have vandalized First Bank in Ababa. We have vandalized Access Bank.
Please don't touch banks. Listen. People are sending money to support what is happening from abroad. Nobody should touch a bank, please. I said federal government, not banks. I said federal, and they have not killed anybody in Enugu. So why are you vandalizing? Why are you vandalizing? Enugu, they have not killed anybody there. Don't vandalize anything in Enugu. Don't vandalize anything in Enugu, please. Don't, because they have not killed anybody there. Do not. Nike Lekota, do not, please, I beg of all of you. Do not vandalize banks. Do not carry out any act of vandalism in Enugu or lawlessness. Enugu protests should be peaceful. Tell them that is what I said. It should be peaceful in Enugu because they have not killed anybody there. Please, it should be peaceful in Enugu. Not now. Not now, please. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Where are you calling from?
I am calling from Lagos State, Badagry precisely.
What is happening there?
As it was yesterday evening, people were at Badagry roundabout doing their rally, but towards evening, the army came around and chased people around. As I speak with you now, the Badagry roundabout is being occupied by Nigerian army, and people are no longer at that place. People are no longer at that place. They have pursued everybody out there. They occupy the place.
At the roundabout in Badagry, is that correct?
Badagry, yes. Badagry roundabout towards Semeboda.
Towards Semeboda. Okay. Thank you very much for that. I know the people in that area, they will know what to do. In the middle of the night, every army location around Badagry should be attacked. Attack them in the middle of the night. Attack them in the middle of the night. And I am warning those in Enugu. Enugu needs to be peaceful because they have not done anything wrong to us in Enugu since this protest started. Do not vandalize anything in Enugu. I repeat, do not vandalize anything in Enugu. I beg of you, don't do it, please. You can protest in Enugu in a very peaceful manner, please. In a very peaceful manner. I beg of each and every one of you. Let us take this call. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, please.
My name is Nnamdi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Good morning. Okay. So there's this information I wanted to pass yesterday, but I didn't get you through. So I want to pass it. Is the tricycle chairman in other states?
Yes.
The tricycle chairman in other states is highly against us. Yesterday, our men and SARS protesters that wanted to enter a tricycle to the protest ground.
Mm-hmm.
He ordered all the tricycle not to carry them. He ordered them not to carry them. This happened at flyover.
What's his name? What is the person's name?
I have tried to get his name. I haven't gotten his name. I think that should be a word that we should be.
Now do that immediately.
His name.
No, please do that immediately. Do that. I want communication to be sent to our people on the ground in Enugu that I said no vandalism in Enugu. No vandalism. Where nobody has been shot dead, where nobody has fired at the protesters, there is no need for vandalism. I don't want any vandalism in Enugu, please. I don't want it. Not in Enugu. I'm not sure they have shot at us in Ebonyi either, and not in Ebonyi as well. No vandalism, I said. No vandalism, please, in Enugu, because they've done nothing wrong so far. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Good morning to you. Where are you calling us from?
I call from Ababa precisely.
What is happening there? What is happening there?
Sir, everywhere is boiling. Men are not happy. We are trying to enter this Ababa police station. That is Nikeleke.
Yes.
And the security is very tight. And before this night go end, we must make sure that we must set one place in ablaze that place.
No,
So
please don't set anywhere ablaze in Enugu. Not now, because they have not shot at anybody. They have not injured anybody. They have not shot anybody. Please, 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 I beg of you, do not.
We are not happy.
Nobody, I know nobody is happy. When that time comes, we are going to let you know. When that time comes, we are going to let you know, please. But for now, I beg of you, for now, please, I beg of you, for now, do not do anything of that sort. Do not do it, please. I beg of you. Do not do anything of that sort. I beg of you, please. I beg of you. I beg of you. Please, please, please. I beg of you.
Another situation is school are closing. Nobody is going to school. Everybody are bringing their children home.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be, because the order was given, no more school from tomorrow. I said no more school from tomorrow. No more school from tomorrow.
Started today. No, you have started today, sir.
Oh, very good.
You have started today. Everybody is at home. Both mama and papa and every children. Everybody is at home. Both government worker. Everybody is at home now.
Very, very good.
Boys are not happy at all in Ababa. It's boiling.
I know. Yes, you can register your protest, but do not tamper or destroy anything, because they have not shot at us in Enugu. I am begging all of you. Nobody has been shot.
Our destiny too much.
No.
Problem, sir. We hear you.
Please, please, please. Yes, when the time comes, we'll get angry together. But for now, please, I am begging you. I am no destruction in Enugu. I don't want it. Enugu must remain peaceful for now. Enugu must remain peaceful for now. I believe that the governor has done very well so far in keeping the army and the police in check. Nobody has been shot yet, please. Very, very important that Enugu remains peaceful, please. Enugu needs to remain peaceful. I beg of you, because they have not attacked us. Because if we only attack them where they attack us, if they attack us, we also attack them back. Very, very important. And with that, I have a lot of meetings to attend this very afternoon. Plenty of meetings. When I finish my meeting, then I will come back on air. Please, you must keep the fire burning. And I want another, maybe US or somewhere else to take over. Please advertise the number and keep advising people on what to do, please. Very, very important that we do that. I thank you all very much for listening. I thank you all for listening. We shall be back in the next few hours after my meetings. Thank you very much. And remain blessed and safe, and bring the zoo down.